Tonight on WVUA News at 6, signs of recovery are popping up all around West Alabama. We'll show you what's new in the heart of Tuscaloosa.
Plus, friends remember the life of a Tuscaloosa teenager fatally shot in a hunting accident.
The rain did not stop history from being made in Rosedale. I'm Mary Beth Harrison, and I'll have that story coming up on WVUA News.
You're watching Alabama's WVUA News at 6 with your award-winning news team, Lynn Brooks, Philip Coleman, weather with Richard Scott, and sports with Gary Harris.
Family and friends are mourning the loss of a Tuscaloosa boy, 13-year-old Will May. He was an 8th grade student at Rock Quarry Elementary School.
May was taken to Hill Hospital in Sumter County on Saturday with gunshot wounds after what investigators are calling a hunting accident. In our top story tonight, WVUA's Jennifer Edwards has more on how friends are remembering Will May.
Will was a life of the party kind of kid. I mean, he walked in the room and kind of lit it up. I mean, you always noticed, as short as he was, you always noticed when he came in the room because heads turned, and he really was a life of a party kind of guy.
13-year-old Will May, the life of the party kind of guy, with a big heart and a strong love for his family, his friends, the outdoors, and for Auburn University.
Will was a huge Auburn fan, and we often gave him a hard time about that. The students today, just in honor of him, decided that they wanted to wear Auburn stuff to school. And so students went out and bought stuff. Everyone was wearing orange or blue, or orange and blue, and kids who will never touch an Auburn thing again had that.
May was also very involved in his youth group at First United Methodist Church in Tuscaloosa. Director of Student Ministries Brian Loper says it's May's faith that will be remembered most.
A small missionary, I think, is a great description of who Will was. He lived his faith out loud, and I think he was very proud of his relationship with Jesus. He didn't try to hide it. I have no doubt where he is now, and we will certainly mourn his loss, but Will's in a great place. He's with God right now, and I have no doubt about that.
Reporting in Tuscaloosa, Jennifer Edwards, WVUA News.
And May's funeral is scheduled for Tuesday afternoon at First United Methodist Church, with visitation at the church before that. In lieu of flowers, the family requests that donations be made to the 4 Fuller Fund at Children's Hospital in Birmingham.
A University of Alabama student has died from injuries in a car crash. Montgomery police say 20-year-old Natalie Bain suffered fatal injuries after a 3-vehicle crash on Tuesday. This is a photo from Bain's Facebook page. Bain was a member of the Alpha Chi Omega sorority at the university. Sorority members met at the house Sunday where counselors were on hand. The crash in Montgomery involved a bus carrying the University of Alabama cheerleaders. Police say it is still under investigation.
In tonight's Home Team Crime Watch, an 18-year-old is behind bars in connection with a fatal shooting in Tuscaloosa. And authorities say the suspect may be charged in connection with a shooting that injured 2 other people. According to Captain Lloyd Baker with the Tuscaloosa Metro Homicide Unit, investigators responded to Creekwood Village Apartments Saturday just before midnight. Baker told WVUA 17-year-old Angela Mona Golston was fatally shot inside the apartment. 2 other females were shot there as well. They were treated at DCH for non-life-threatening injuries. Captain Baker told WVUA 18-year-old Trez Vaughn Tyrone Spencer has been charged with murder and attempted murder.
U.S. Marshal Task Force was brought in to help locate him. They tracked him to a relative's house and took him into custody. He was hiding under some furniture.
And Spencer is also a suspect in a shooting that injured 2 teenage boys Saturday afternoon on the west side of Tuscaloosa. Turning now to your weather, parts of the area are still experiencing a lot of rain and low temperatures.
That's right. So could the weather get even more messy? Chief Meteorologist Richard Scott joins us now for a first look at your weather forecast. Hey there, Richard.
Hey, Terry, Phillip, good Monday evening to you. A mess for our northern counties right now. North of this purple line you see here, we're having some icing issues for northern Lamar County, central North Fayette County, and northern portion of Walker County and points north. And the main icing issues are for portions of Marion and Winston counties where temperatures are a little bit colder, but again, we have that winter weather advisory for some of those northern counties. This stays north of I-20, just a cold rain along and south of I-20 tonight. And that band of rain stretches well back into South Mississippi. It's going to be a long rainy night all across our area. Look at temperatures. We're in the upper 30s now, but freezing temperatures just to the north where the issues are located. But how long does this mess stick around? Your forecast is coming up.
Thank you, Richard. Well, the weather may be a mess, but it didn't stop history from being made for the Rosedale community.
It's another sign of rebuilding and recovery after the April 27th tornado. WVUA reporter Mary Beth Harrison has that story.
A new beginning for Tuscaloosa's oldest public housing community. A community that Tuscaloosa City Council President Harrison Taylor knew by another name.
You remember Socktown? Oh, what a difference. It's not Socktown anymore. They used to call this a long time ago Socktown. But look at Socktown now.
85 brand new apartments have now replaced what the April 27, 2011 tornado left behind. Tuscaloosa County Commissioner Bobby Miller moved to Rosedale when he was a teenager.
When we moved here back then, of course, we're talking about 57 years ago. To us, it was just as beautiful then as it is today because of the way times change and everything, you know. But this project here is a credit to so many people and the mayor of the city of Tuscaloosa to be what it is today. For the people drive through here going to the University of Alabama and saying, gee, look what they've done after the tornado.
Phase 1 may be complete, but State Representative Chris England says the real story is about the people inside.
Home is where the heart is. And when you provide a home for someone, you are changing their life.
England also says it is more than just giving someone a roof.
And as far as home being where the heart is, we have restored that heart and brought it back here in this area.
Reporting in Tuscaloosa, Mary Beth Harrison, WVUA News.
And if you've been along 15th Street lately, you'll see more signs of rebuilding in Tuscaloosa. Who's Q, Bobby Q, is making progress, as well as 2 apartment complexes near the Forest Lake area. A new strip mall is going up next to Batteries Plus, and the rebuilt CVS has officially opened. Also, the Lofts at City Center, which is the development going up where the Wood Square Shopping Center once stood. The University of Alabama is preparing a big celebration in honor of the Crimson Tide's 15th National Championship.
And WVUA Alabama's home team will have complete coverage starting at 1 p.m. Saturday, January 19th. WVUA will bring you our home team championship celebration. We'll have a look at the biggest moments of the season and, of course, the championship game, plus special reports and live coverage from the Walk of Champions. Then the championship parade and the special championship ceremony with Eli Gold as the MC. Alabama's home team is bringing you all the action starting at 1 p.m. this Saturday. Today, President Obama held what is likely to be the final news conference of his first term.
And while his opening statement focused on spending and the national debt, the conversation quickly turned to gun control. Edgar Tregatz has the story.
What should we be doing to make sure that our children are safe?
Today's White House news conference comes 1 month after the shooting at Sandy Hook Elementary School in Newtown, Connecticut that killed 20 children. The president was asked what steps should be taken.
We have to have stronger background checks, that we can do a much better job in terms of keeping these magazine clips with high capacity out of the hands of folks who shouldn't have them.
But he did not get specific on a potential sticking point in assault weapons ban.
I'll present the details later in the week.
As the president struggles with the politics of gun control, the victims' families acknowledge there is no simple answer.
I come with no preconceived agenda. I do believe there is no quick fix single action, but instead a multitude of interlinked actions that are needed.
Also on the president's agenda, the upcoming battle over spending in Washington. The debt ceiling must be raised in mid-February or early March to allow the Treasury to continue to pay its bills. On this issue, he drew a line in the sand.
So to even entertain the idea of this happening, of the United States of America not paying its bills, is irresponsible. It's absurd.
Republicans insist dollar-for-dollar spending cuts be part of any deal. Obama said today that can't be done without doing severe damage to the economy. I'm Edgar Tragetz reporting.
And the president was also asked about recent criticism over the lack of women in his second-term cabinet picks. He urged those to wait until all the cabinet positions have been filled before judging the diversity of his cabinet.